Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, January 16th. It's a good Saturday to be outside, see the clouds, beautiful day. Could be cool here. South Carolina cool, so not just below freezing right now. But that's pretty, it's typical weather here. God's faithfulness showed through the beautiful clouds, through the weather, through his care. And it's a great day to talk about continuing to Psalm 146. We'll look at three more verses this morning, verses 7 to 9, and then we'll finish off with verse 10 tonight. Be a great way to end the week and prepare for the Lord's Day. But so far in Psalm 146, we've seen the appropriateness of praising God, commanding ourselves, telling ourselves to be praising God. We need to be making a conscious effort to do that. Not because out of some grit or making ourselves better with God, because it's what we need. It's what sustains us. With his dying breath, he's going to serve God and sing praises to him. Repeat the good things of God back to him. Why? Because he won't listen to the words of the foolish, the princes, the supposedly powerful in this world. Because when their spirit departs, they return to the ground on that very day. Their plans come to nothing. And then as we saw last night, we are blessed, we are joyful if our hope is in God. Because he's the maker of the heaven and the earth. He can deliver on his promises. And unlike the supposed powerful of this world, his word, his plans, his promises, his love endures forever. It's such a great place of peace for us. And then the verses I will look at this morning, the lines. He upholds the cause of the oppressed and gives food to the hungry. He sets the prisoner free. The Lord gives sight to the blind. He lifts up those who are bowed down. He loves the righteous. And then verse 9, the Lord watches over them. He watches over the alien, the stranger. He sustains the fatherless and the widow. And then he frustrates the ways of the wicked. Even though it looks like the wicked might be doing great, God will frustrate them. Notice the compassion that's here. This great God, the maker of heaven and earth, he upholds the cause of the oppressed and gives food to the hungry. He sets the prisoner free and gives sight to the blind. See, the implication there is that if you're following Christ and you're doing the things that God has called you to do, it doesn't necessarily, and sometimes never, results in what this world calls comfort, peace, joy. But God takes note of that, and he will bring peace to us. Quite often it's in this life, it just takes a little bit longer than we think. But it's not random. God has not abandoned us. That's why places like Psalm 13 and others continually encourage us to reach out to God. It is perfectly cool and right to cry out, Lord, how long? How long, O Lord? Lord, I can't take it. But then he hears us and he reaches out to us. And because we know Christ, we know that we're weak and we're exhausted, but he will care for us because he lifts up those who are bowed down. He watches over us. He takes care of the fatherless and the widow, as we ought to be doing. And he frustrates the ways of the wicked. It's such a beautiful, complete picture in the psalm. Always a reason to praise, whether we're knowing the goodness of God or we're knowing the harshness of this world. God is the maker of heaven and earth. He does care for us. He does know where we are. He knows the depths of our soul. He knows the depths of our hurt. He knows the unique frustrations that you and I have. Not unique to him, but we are unique people. Each one of us, each one of you listening, is unique in this set of issues and difficulties, problems, the ravages of sin, the way that you've been oppressed and hurt. Each one is unique, but God responds to each of us. And he will frustrate the ways of the wicked. And he will sustain us. So we do have this reason to praise, even with our last breath. May that be our prayer this Saturday. Let's not be distracted by the hard things that are here. Let's reach out to the God who sets us free, who cares for us, who loves us. Because as verse 5 says, joyful, blessed is the one whose help is in the God of Jacob, whose hope is in the Lord, his God. The Lord is our God, even in the hard times. And that's the thought for this day, this Saturday. So Lord willing, we'll see you tonight. We'll wrap up Psalm 146. I really enjoyed looking through it again. It's really, really cool. Again, thank you so much for being here, and Lord bless you this day. Have a great day. Bye.